This is Father Fish. You know why your fish get sick? You know why your tank's dirty? Do you know why you have nasty algae just taking over everything? It's because you really haven't got a clue about what you're doing. And here's why. If you want to keep fish alive and healthy and happy, then you need to begin by understanding how fish live alive and healthy and happy. And I'm not talking about in the fish store. I'm talking about in the world, on the earth, in nature. You need to look at fish where they live. Now, I found a little video. The background bird singing is part of it. I'm going to play a bit of it for you. You need to find a place like this. Look at this. Nature sounds, forest sounds, birds singing, sound of water relaxing. This is a video by Johnny Lawson, made June of 2018. He's got 378,000 subscribers. Don't tell me people don't enjoy nature. Now just try to soak this in a little bit. Look at this. This is remarkable. Here's what you need to do. You need to find this place. You need to find a place just like this, where you can sit and just observe. Meditate on it. Sit for an hour. Sit for an hour once. And then go back and do it again. Maybe from a different place. Maybe from under the bridge rather than looking at the bridge. Find a different vantage point and just look and watch. And what will begin to happen is you'll begin to develop a sense of what's going on. You'll begin to get a feel for what that little environment really is. So, what is it? And how can you translate that into your aquarium? Well, let's start at the beginning. What's the beginning? What is the beginning? What is the first place you need to pay attention to if you want to create a natural, living, dynamic, lovely environment? Well, where do you start if you're building a home? Where do you start if you're building a garden? Where do you start with anything that you're building? You start at the bottom. You start at the foundation. That's the beginning. If you ignore the foundation, the whole thing crashes. If you ignore the foundation of your aquarium, it will fail. It will. What is the foundation? The foundation, my dear friends, is what is on the bottom of your fish tank. And what is it that's on the bottom of your fish tank. Right now, look at your tank. What's on the bottom? Let me suggest to you, if what is on the bottom is an inch of gravel, you do not have anything even approximating a natural environment. And that gravel, coupled with your own ineptitude, your own inability to understand basic things like how to feed a fish, how to take care of the fish, how to take care of the water, what kind of plants to put in it, what temperature it ought to be, your inability to comprehend any of those things in any depth will result in the failure of that tank. It will, absolutely. Your fish will get sick and they will die. Now, that's going to happen. It may not happen today or tomorrow. It may not happen for 6 months. I mean, you may luck out. You may keep pulling the trigger on that gun and have a lot of empty chambers. But at some point, you're going to hit a bullet in the chamber and it's going to destroy what's there. And that's what's going to happen. And you know I'm right because it has happened to you countless times. So, how do we prevent that? We start at the bottom. Let's go back one more time to this nature scene. What do you see? What do you see? You see plants, you see rocks, you see some water, but what you don't see is the foundation. And what is the foundation? The foundation is the dirt, the soil, the essence of life. The foundation of the tank is the dirt. The dirt. I want you to try a little experiment with a small fish tank. It doesn't even need to be a tank. It can be a bowl. It can be a jar. It can be a refrigerator drawer. It can be a barrel. It can be a tub. It can be anything that holds water. I don't care. Doesn't matter. Here's the experiment. Find this place. Find this place. Find it in your neighborhood. Now, you want it to be a place where the water is sweet, where there are little fish darting around, where there's no noxious odor, no oil skim on the surface, no grown over with masses of algae, nothing fetid or foul or disturbing. A sweet, beautiful place where nature is at her best. I want you to go there and take a little bucket with you, just a small one, maybe a gallon bucket, half a gallon bucket, something small, and a little scoop, or you can use your hand, doesn't matter. I want you to fill that bucket with dirt. Go right down into the water and scoop up some of the dirt and fill the bucket. Get some wild dirt from an existing creek, stream, river, anywhere where there's sweet, good, quality water, where it's beautiful and sweet and just draws you in. You'll know it when you feel it because you'll be drawn to it. Get a little bucket of dirt from there. While you're at it, you might pick up a few rocks, maybe a little piece of wood that's in the water that's obviously deteriorated enough that it's no longer has any organic material in it. It's thoroughly wear out. Pick it all up, bring it back, put that dirt in your container and fill it with water. You can put the little rock and driftwood in, and that's it. Don't do anything else. Just that. Put it on a window ledge, put it where it'll get some light. You can put a light on it and leave it alone. Don't touch it. Don't do a thing to it for at least 1 month. This is going to be a resurrection experience for you because you're going to see how life emerges from the foundation of life, rises up from it. When you begin to see that, when you begin to understand that, then you'll know how to set up a fish tank. Well, I have lots of videos about it. I have supplements you can add to the substrate. I have various ways in which you can put it all together. But if you don't understand it from the inside, understand it with a sense of what it really is. What is that natural environment? What does it look like? What does it feel like? How does it live and thrive? That's what you need to learn. And you can learn by doing this little resurrection jar. It can be a jar, it can be a coffee cup. Doesn't matter what it is. It can be anything that holds water. It can be an old boot. It can be anything. But you want to get a little light on it so that you can begin to draw up the photosynthetic properties, animals that are living in there, the plants. Well, there'll be lots of little isopods and copepods and little bugs swimming around. But you want to get some plants growing in it as well. So you'll need some light. Now you can collect a few plants and put them in. That's okay. You can do that. You can watch it grow naturally. But do this. Do this for your own edification. Do this to learn what it is, what it really is, what really is a natural environment, and how can you really achieve that in your aquarium. It's very doable. It's very simple. It's foundational. It is, in fact, easy. It's easy to do. It is the simplest thing in the world. Again, lots of videos. You can go to any of them. They're all over the channel, all over the pages, all kinds of lists of videos. I have well over 1,000 videos about how to do just this. But if you're not willing to try, if you're going to be stuck with that gravel tank, then you will fail and you will continue to fail. And the worst part of your failure is you're going to try to use your money as a way to fix it. And money won't fix it. There's nothing you can buy that's going to fix it. What will fix it is having it in your head, having the knowledge and the understanding of what it is that makes a natural, healthy environment. Now, I've just said a lot of words here and given you a few thoughts, maybe, but I can't put it in your head. You have to put it in your head. You have to experience this. You have to get out into nature and experience this. Look at it. Sit among it. Let it get into your soul. And then seek in very simple, very basic ways to emulate what you see, to duplicate it, to bring a little bit of it back and put it in a container and watch it. Don't try to do something to it. Leave it alone. Let it do what it does best. It's a living organism. Let it live. Let it thrive. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be intimidated. You can do this. You can do this. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Go walk in the woods. Find a little stream. Sit down and be in love. And then bring a little of it back with you. It's not cheating. It's not. It's an act of love, an act of caring, and truly an act of obedience to the forces that guide us all. Do this. You can do this. And you will begin to see the beauty and the wonder that will come into your life when you begin to develop genuinely natural systems in your fish tank. Love you all. Father Fish. Bye for now. Be in touch. Do be in touch. Bye bye.